What can I say? The Office, perfection. I highly recommend it for everybody. I can get so much work done down here. It's crazy. It's scary because I can come down here and like the whole day passes. Like it can be like 7 o'clock at night before I come out. Like maybe I'll go up and get a little food and bring it back down here. And like the first time I'm leaving the rabbit hole all day, and only because I know it's crazy not to, will be 7 o'clock at night when I go to yoga. I always go to yoga. That's a constant. I'm talking like SAT language. Yoga is a constant. Even without the cleaned up junk pile, it's heaven. Everyone needs a space. I didn't have a space. I thought I could just work everywhere. Ugh, wrong. Oh, and one more thing I want to say. I use this like seasonal affective disorder lamp and I love it. And I actually am convinced that it's, for me, helps me focus. In fact, when I really want to focus, I go to a dark room and I get my seasonal affective order light. I used to have one and I carried it all around the house. Now I have two. All right, time to do Kumon, time to do functions, and then by 8 o'clock I have to leave the house pretty much for the rest of the day. I've been having my daughter, you can't see that, correct my Kumon. So I do it. By the way, I didn't mention this, but my daughter did join Kumon. Which of course warms my heart. I do it, she corrects it. It's one of her little summer jobs. And I'm making progress. I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I definitely feel like slowly but surely I'm building. With Pone, I'm studying functions and parabolas. In fact, this week I have to knock it out of the ballpark and just be done with those darn functions and parabolas. I started working memory training last night on this program called CogMed. So after I did this whole long battery of neuropsych testing, IQ test, assessment test, found out my strengths, my weaknesses. Turns out I do have, low working memory, which I suspected, and is a little upsetting because I always think of working memory like if you've got it, you're smart, and if you don't, you're not. But apparently that's not exactly the case, but that is always how my low working memory mind thought of it. There's a program called CogMed, and I'm going to do it 5 days a week for 5 weeks. And it's a computer program. I go into his office. He has a little quiet room. I call it the rubber room. And I spend an hour a day for 5 weeks, actually 5 days a week. And I do this working memory training. And I'm really hoping that it works with my working memory.